All right, you ready to rumble?
Oh no, I forgot my jacket. That's okay.
You think you can ride without it?
I think I'm pretty. Yeah. See how old I am.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. Oh, if I don't, I can just cuddle into you.
All right. Yes, y'all snuggle up with me while we're riding.
Isn't that the premise of a motorcycle?
You're a tough.
It's classic rock 106.9.
Okay. Here we go. There's my burn pile's got to be burnt pretty soon. No wind today. We're really big about going down there, but it turned into be like a political platform. It was never about God or Jesus or a good way of life. It was all about, we got to get them heathen devils out of here. We gotta set them on fire. We're gonna murder them. We'll kill them. Them low lifers. They meant that, of course, with in an endearing way. They didn't mean like go out and kill nobody. They meant we're going to kill them in the polls, slaughter them in the polls. You never did hear about the word of the Lord. Is about what we're going to do about this next election. Each their own is what I say. You know, I ain't gonna worry about it. Look at that beautiful red bud over there. If you can see it with the sun shining in the lens, I don't know. We'll ride over and take a look at the red buds over there. Oh, look up there. There might be some red. Oh, look at this jonquils, or what do they call it? Daffodils. Oh, we got to go up and turn around. They won't. But maybe they'll let us take a picture of the. Look right here, folks. That's with the sun in the background. There's some more of the beauty that God has given us. You can see the beautiful green alongside the roads. Everything's starting to bud out. I may have my camera up too high, I don't know. I'd take you on a dirt road today. Whoa, man. Well, you might be able to see some of the hills of Alabama. I mean, there's some people who live back in these hills too. Man, these folks are some hardened folks too. I mean, they work hard for what they've got, and they'll defend to the death to keep it. That's the way it should be. Well, this old girl, she rides good on dirt. I'm leaving a pretty good trail of dust back there. Oh, Angelique's gonna be covered up in dust. And we're going up a pretty steep hill right now. I think it's 780 feet up at the top. Oh man, we're climbing hard now. When you pass a triaxle truck on this road right here, it'll just bury you in dirt. Raccoon Road back there. I should have went down Raccoon Road. You can see the dust trail I'm leaving behind there. Yeah, boy, she's dirty, dusty roads. This is just another side of Alabama that a lot of people don't get to see. There's not a whole lot to see, but it's country living, man. Everybody's got a little chunk of land they live on, and we're up in the hills now. These are where the hill folks live. You can see the layers of hills back there. I slowed down by those houses back there. I didn't want them to shoot at me for putting so much dust out. In the old days, they used to come out and oil the dirt roads. They had a truck that had an oiler on it, and he would spray oil on this and keep the dust down for quite a while, but they done away with that a number of years ago. I don't know which way to go here. I ain't gonna go on that muddy road. Oh yeah, you can spin your wheels here. Look here, look at it. I drift around the curves, man. Look at this beautiful field here. You know, there's some deer out there. Alabama has a large whitetail population. You gotta watch around some of these old backwood houses back here. They got big old dogs laying on their front porch, and they'll come out and gnaw your tires off in your trike. Country roads bring me home to the place I belong. Yeah, I need John Denver to sing to me in the background. Beautiful, beautiful country. Uh-oh, something going on up here. Oh, the truck trying to make it up the hill. 18, look like, oh man. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, they stopped up here. I'm gonna stay down here in the bottom and not ride my clutch and everything. Let me put it in neutral here, in case that old boy rolls back. How you doing, baby? Are you warm? Okay, she's warm. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and get back on.
Can you put it back up?
Yeah, put it back up. Yeah, I see them moving up there. I see a man walking up there. Well, I'm gonna stop it because ain't nothing happening. Well, it looks like they're all moving around. I don't know. We've been here for quite a long time. I guess I might well get used to the idea of turning around, I guess.
Hold on.
What? What?
What?
Well, that guy ain't gonna back over me. Surely you can see. I'll blow my horn if he gets too close to me.
Got it closed off up there?
They got it closed?
Yeah, they're putting a pop in or something, so I don't guess it's gonna be done
okay.
anytime soon.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Well, you see, you heard the story. Well, we're going to switch gears here a little bit. I'm going to take you to a place where I call it the cornerstone of the great American experiment, where the very beginning of our democracy. And I think as you see the story will unfold, you'll see where I'm taking you to. You'll understand me calling it the cornerstone of the great American experiment, where we dabbled in doing away with the king and bringing in a thing called democracy, a republic for which we stand. And we'll see if any of you folks have, I think a lot of you may have been here before, saw it in my videos, but I think you'll enjoy this little trip through time. I've been down this road many a time, and I enjoy going over here to visit with my forefathers. You've got to keep in mind, back in the 1700s, this is Indian territory, and the white man came over from the fourth colonies, and he basically was just rooting out a living on these little valleys near a river, and the Indians were the predominant people. And now these were not savage Indians. They were basically, and they're not civilized, they were just Indians, so let's put it that way. And so the people that was working these crops and farms and stuff, they didn't have newspapers and none of that stuff. They lived out out on the farm. And then one day in the 1700s, a guy come riding up on a horse, and he basically started to tell the farmers down through the valley there about a thing called the Revolution, where a fellow had decided he wanted to overthrow the king and start a new form of government. So he's asking for volunteers to help to overthrow the king, to fight the British. And they was to ride all the way from Alabama to Virginia to join in with General George Washington. And the trip was a long trip. The boys, these farmers, they laid down their plow and picked up their guns, and they went up. By this time, the southern farmer had developed this beautiful long rifle that had, they're so accurate. And the hill people were noted for their hunting skills, and this is exactly what George Washington needed, was these volunteers across the state of Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, all up through there. And they walked all the way to Virginia and met General George Washington. And as you know, the history, it showed that they were successful in routing the British, and they had finally they got around to write the Constitution a number of years later, but they had a Declaration of Independence. And up here at this place we're going, you'll see those people that give it their very best to bring us the freedoms that we have today. And so many people just don't appreciate what they've got, how they got it. It was handed to them. But these people here that's laying up here in this field, look at this valley. This is where the farm boys lived. And they immediately saw that this would be the thing to do. And they fought hard, and we got our independence. And of course, as you know, the British didn't just roll over now. They came back in about 1812 and decided to give it another go, because they didn't like the idea of their land being taken away from them. Yeah, of course they came back. And but America's forces were too strong at that time. By 1814, it was pretty well done. Now, America's resolve was not yet fully tested, because in 1899, the Spanish wanted to give us a go. You know, that whole Philippines Island, San Juan Hill, all this, that was in 1899. And there's some of those folks buried right here, too. Here's some of the wonderful human beings that walked all the way from Alabama to Virginia to do war against the British. And these are my heroes. I mean, these are people that built America, the ones that my relatives have died, they fought and died for, is for the independence and to be rid of a king and to be controlled by we the people. And they, of course, once we were tested by fire by the British and the Spanish, our own nation, as we grew, we decided we had cultural differences between the North and the South, and a whole bunch of things. There's a lot of stories. It all depends on who's telling the story. The issue of slavery was paramount, but they're trying to weed that out now and eliminate. A lot of people even denied slavery even existed, but those people are like the birds that stick their head in the sand. It's a sad part of our society when you start eliminating the people that built this country. Now, those folks that fought for their belief in the Confederacy of America, they're laying right here. You can see as we go down through here. And you can find these bodies scattered out all over the United States. The Civil War was a bloody, I believe they ended up about 700,000 people killed. It was a horrible war. And But it made us stronger. We've become a stronger nation. And of course, again, Europe got in trouble. In the early 1900s. Well, by 1915, 1916, somewhere, we found ourselves in war again, World War I. They had already been at war. We entered it kind of late. And of course, that didn't do it there. As everybody began to expand and grow and become restless in Europe, another war breaks out called World War II. That's where my old Mac was born, June the 30th, 1940, before the World War II. And he's lived in all the wars ever since. That's what it took to build this country. As I sit here now, thinking back about all of my ancestors that have carried that flag into battle. And some didn't come home. They lay in cemeteries in France. When they come ashore, they didn't make it very far. Normandy Beach was a bloody battle. But anyhow, we endured, and of course, we had then the Korean War, which almost everybody likes to forget about, and the Vietnam War, which nobody will ever forget because so many young people gave their lives. Here's a wonderful human being. She's an American Indian that was buried in a white cemetery, which was absolutely almost none heard of. You look at the date she died, and they paid that much respect for her because they realized it takes all of us to build America. With that, I'll say, God bless America.